Danica Lorer, and this is Lit Happens, your celebration of the literary arts here in Saskatchewan. Today, I'm very pleased to welcome Margy Reid. Now, Margy has been writing for children since 2010. She had her first book published. She's also published a book of poetry. And today, we're mostly going to talk about her new novel. And the novel is called Once Broken. So, Margy, welcome to Lit Happens.
Thanks. Thanks for having me.
So you were on the show before with Wes, and at that time you only had a couple of children's books, and you've continued to be very prolific.
Well, I ran a day home for a lot of years, and those kids inspired a lot of different stories. So yeah, no, there's a lot more working its way to the front here.
And so more children's books on
Oh
the
yeah,
way?
oh yes, yeah. The next one, well, a couple of the books, the main characters are at least physically featured after a couple of our grandkids. And now I have another granddaughter coming up where we're like, where's my book, Grandma? So that's the next one.
Excellent. Well, and once you have those little people, you have to be fair.
Absolutely, and I'm falling behind because she has a little sister already. So,
Well, tell me a little bit about the novel. Did you always think, when you started writing the children's books, did you think that you would write for adults as well?
I always had the desire to do so. This story has actually been kicking around in my head in different versions for about, I don't know, probably 15 years. And it was just getting to the point where it wouldn't leave me alone anymore, so it was time to get it out on paper. So yeah, I always wanted to, and the opportunity presented itself with time and, and the rounding out of the story was really solidifying in my brain. So yeah, it was time to do it.
Well, and it's interesting how people approach writing in different ways. Some people start with a blank paper and they really don't know what they're going to write, and some people do. The story is writing in your head for years before you begin to put it on paper.
Oh yeah, like the details of this one didn't work themselves out until I was in the midst of writing, and for the most part it was like I was watching a movie and just kind of keeping up.
Well, that's a wonderful, wonderful thing to have. It sounds like you don't suffer from writer's block. Well,
there was a couple of situations where, there's a couple of scenes where, a certain conversation was very important in how it ended up. Like I knew how I wanted it to end, but the nuts and bolts of the conversation were still fuzzy, and to try to work those over and over in your brain until you get it solid what you want to say. So yeah, there was a few times where a couple of sleepless nights, but then when it strikes, you get up. It doesn't matter if it's 3 a.m, 2 a.m. When it comes together, you get it on the page.
And so, was there a different process that you used going from children's book to adult novel?
Oh yeah, totally different animal. Actually, I was writing Flit Flea Flanderfoodle around the same time as I was writing the novel. Found that didn't work very well. Either the novel was getting a little too sunshiny and rainbows, or the kids' book was starting to get a little dark. So I had to just set the novel aside, finish the children's book, and then concentrate on the adult book. And yeah, it's a completely different animal, because you are, with the children's book, while you're a children's storyteller, that you need to involve them. The animation has to be there. Little repetitive words that you use and different phrasing, and that's a totally different thing than doing one for grown-ups, which was a challenge in some ways, but a lot of fun.
Well, and even talking about tone and how we have a light, sunshiny tone, and the novel is quite dark.
Yes,
it's dark and terrifying subject material.
Yeah, some people are a little surprised, because I do come from the sunshine and rainbow unicorn world, and to go in there like, I was surprised that, that your brain goes there kind of thing. But, to me, I don't like boxes. I don't like to be pigeonholed in any one way. So to me, there's stories are stories. And I think there was kind of a missing link. There wasn't enough really strong female without having that damsel in distress kind of thing happening. So it's, to me, I needed a kick butt soccer mom as a hero.
So when you go out and you spend a lot of time selling your books at trade shows and in small communities and in larger communities, do you find the audience has grown with you? Are you finding some people that started out reading your children's books and are now into your adult
It's
novel?
really kind of cool because Lexi's Magic Clothes was the first one to come out in 2010. So the little girls who were like 6, 7, 8 years old then are now babysitting, and they're coming and they're telling me at the different trade shows, "Oh, I have that book. I read it to the kids I babysit," and different things like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Or, "I have that book. I have that book. You came to my school." That it's really kind of neat.
It is nice to watch your audiences grow and,
For sure.
change.
Or you get the little shy looks, and they can be in the lineup at Walmart. You'll see the little shy looks, and all of a sudden they'll come run over and like, "You came to my school."
Nice.
Yeah.
And so how is Once Broken being accepted by your readers?
Actually, really well. It's going pretty great. You never know. You just put it out there and see what happens. And the feedback's been pretty awesome. I've had some emails and messages like, "Oh, so this is the first in a series." And I'm like, oh, well, maybe. But now they got the wheels turning on that. So now I'm trying to figure out which character to build the next one off of. But yeah, it's been pretty awesome. I've had some emails of, "Thanks to you, I had to go to work tired today because I had to stay up all night and finish this thing," kind of thing. So yeah, it's been pretty awesome.
And that's such a fantastic compliment to
Oh,
get.
absolutely. You can't ask for better.
And if you build characters, if you create characters that people relate to or they like or they dislike, they do want to know more about that character. So I think that's why when a book ends, that doesn't mean that you want the story to be over.
No, yeah, for sure. And to the fact that, people are taking it that way, it's, can't ask for more.
And so what is the next project that's being worked on?
Well, right now I'm working on the next one for my granddaughter. Lainey in the Middle will be the next title for a children's book. And I'm also working on a chapter book for the probably 9 to 14-year-old range. It's, well, I can't give too much away on that one yet because it's not really solid yet. And now, thanks to some of the readers of Once Broken, the wheels are turning on the next novel there. Plus, I have another novel that's kind of been bugging me. So
nothing is, you're not putting aside the pen or the computer
no.
or the tablet.
Oh gosh,
It
no.
keeps
No,
on
sometimes
ticking.
I have nightmares that I don't get it all out before I run out of time.
Well, you're doing a good job, and it's wonderful to be able to reach different audiences, different
Oh, absolutely.
ages.
Absolutely. Like I said, I don't really believe in boxes, because I don't want to be pigeonholed as a children's writer because that's not all of who I am. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be pigeonholed as a novelist. That's not all of who I am. Or a poetry writer. That's not all of who I am. So yeah, there's different facets to a person, and I think it's awesome to show that. You don't have to just stick to one thing.
And so where can people get your books?
McNally Robinson, they are, and I'm always out and about, and you can go to my website at margyreidbooks.com, and yeah, just get a hold of me. I'll make sure you get one.
Thanks so much, Margy. That's all the time we have for today.
Thanks.
I'm Danica Lorer, and this has been Lit Happens. You can find past episodes if you go to YouTube and look for Shaw TV Saskatoon. You can find me on Facebook or Twitter, and if you have a project you'd like to talk about, get a hold of me at danicalorer@gmail.com. Thanks for watching.